Hi guys, Sarah Scalpel here, and I figured I would do the TMI Goth Tag I saw my friend Emily Lestrange also did. So I'm saying that she tagged me and working off of her. So here goes. Question number one is, what are you wearing? Right now you can't see, let me move the camera down. I've got my skeleton tank top I got at the beach at Ocean City, Maryland one time, and I have, you can't really see, but my Harley shorts on that Tyrannocidal Maniac got me for Christmas last year. He got me this in a robe, a Harley robe to go with my shorts, and I freaking love it. Two, ever been in love? Yes, lots of times I've been in love. I'm currently in love with my boyfriend. Three, ever had a terrible breakup? Like Emily said, it seems to be like every single one has been kind of terrible, but they're all terrible in different ways. The first one, I left him because I didn't feel strongly for him enough, and I didn't want to like lead him on and we were really young, so I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Second one, he cheated on me, I think, to leave me to get out of the relationship, which was kind of stupid, and I wanted him back even though he did that. He was trying to impress his stupid friends. Third, and that one was an alcoholic with lots of issues, and a lot of the ones after that, and it may be a little bit in between there, were kind of like blindsided me, and that's pretty terrible. I hate when you're blindsided, you don't see it coming, and then they break up with you, and then it was probably made worse by how I handled it. Although my one before my ex-husband, people I think attacked me for that, and I was like, whoa, I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever to happen to me or to anyone. Like, I never acted like that bad, but I'm like, it was a big deal because I was leaving college and I wasn't gonna, like, finding someone wouldn't be that easy. I had hoped I would have like a college sweetheart, and that's kind of why it hit me hard. And then the last one, my marriage ending in divorce, that kind of sucked really bad. Like, it was like I needed to get out of it, but it still sucks, the fact that I felt I had to leave him, that I couldn't just stay with him anymore. It was just, we were wrong for each other, and that's what really sucked about that. Like, he wasn't gonna come around to my way of thinking, I wasn't gonna be able to come around to his, so. Number four, how tall are you? I am 4'10" without heels. That's without any crazy heels. I wear heels sometimes that give me like 6-7 inches, but I'm 4'10". I am dwarf, aka Jawa height. I'm also the proper height of a Jawa. For you Star Wars geeks out there. How much do I weigh? I'm like somewhere around 100, 105. Like, I don't weigh a lot. I got a lot of muscle on me, but not a lot of fat. 6, tattoos. Do you have any? Yes, I do have one on my hip right now. You can't really see it. No one gets to see it, usually. But I want a few more, but I don't want to cover myself in them. 7, piercings. Other than my ears here and here, that I don't have earrings in right now. I recently, at the end of June here, got my belly button done. So I've got my belly button. I've considered like doing like an eyebrow here or here, maybe my left eyebrow or something, getting a nose done, left or right. I don't know, it's got to be the opposite of the whatever eyebrow I get done. I would do like maybe my left and like my right eyebrow and like go this way, but it's got to go like that way or this way. I thought about, and I like dermals, but I just don't know where I get a dermal. I really do like dermals. But again, I don't want to cover myself in tats and piercings. Like, a few here and there, but not too many. OTP, which I wasn't sure what this meant, but I guess is like favorite celebrity couple or something, or character couple or something, I don't know. I'm gonna say, honestly, Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell, like, on those commercials, they're really cute together. I don't know, that's random of me, but obviously Jack and Sally as a couple, I guess. I don't even understand this question, so moving on. Number 9, favorite show. I will say American Horror Story, because I used to follow that really, especially around season 2 and 3. It was the only show I would watch religiously, like, without a doubt. I would sit for, and Scream Queens, like, I would watch that religiously when I had cable. I don't have cable right now, so it's difficult for for me to stay on top of shows. Favorite bands. Okay, so this is where I fix things. I do like The Cure and Voltaire for goth music and everything. I love Rob Zombie, always have. Epica, Emily Autumn. I also listen to Tom Waits, Flogging Molly, Dropkick Murphys, The Bollocks, Young Dubliners. I like my Irish punk rock, how they take the classics and make them like upbeat. I like jazz, Squirrel Nut Zippers and swing dance music, Jethro Tull and classic rock, all that. K-pop, J-pop a little bit. Heck, I'll even listen to country a little bit. Sometimes I get on a country kick, it's weird, but I don't usually listen to country. I'm more of a rock, definitely, and punk and like Irish rock and things like that. Or classic Irish, and being able to sing in like other languages is fun. 11. Something I miss. I kind of miss school days, like high school and marching band and all that, and definitely miss college days. I miss my college, and I wish I could go back and kind of redo all of that and maybe pick a major that I actually like and would get me somewhere. Maybe. I should have just done what I wanted and been like, sorry, mom and dad, but 11. Favorite song. Hard to pick. I'm gonna say House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie. Yeah, because that one always gets me moving. I cannot sit still when listening to that. My age, I'm 26 right now. It's getting kind of old. I know I don't look it. Some people really don't think I look 26. 14, Zodiac. I'm an Aquarius with a Leo moon and a lot of Capricorn in my chart. And that explains everything. And can you tell I'm into Zodiac stuff and all that? Well, that and tarot and runes I am big into. Number 15, quality I look for in a partner. Well, there's a few of them. I will say, is he respectful of others? Not just me, like, especially is he respectful to, like, wait staff or something if we're out on a date or something and getting food somewhere or things like that? Like, is he respectful to people who might be seen as below you? And what he thinks of that, because I can't stand pompous type people. How much does his ego actually affect him? Like, because I always seem to love guys with like huge egos. Haha, that's a joke. Yeah, inside, like, yeah, that could be an inappropriate joke, but no, I do love guys with like egos out the butt, and it makes up for me not having an ego, I think. Yeah, and for my own easily hurt one. Also, I like all girls say they like a sense of humor, but I do like a sense of humor. I can respect it. I can laugh at it, at things. So, and also I like a guy who takes charge and doesn't necessarily like have to turn to me for everything. Like, I want a guy who takes initiative with like dates and stuff, doesn't just ask me what I want to do, just comes up with a plan, does that randomly, doesn't like says, okay, we're going to the movies. I'm like, okay, cool. Is he and is a guy driven? That's kind of important. And intelligent. Like, does he have goals? And does he stick to them? Does he meet them in the time that I get to know a guy? And yeah, can he handle me? I think Emily said something about this, like, yeah, like she meant handling her emotional side, but I can be a crazy bitch, I'll admit. Yes. At least I know this about myself, and I can usually see myself being crazy, and I can be like, sorry, I'm being crazy, let me fix that. Number 16, my favorite quote. And this one comes from actually someone I am related to, Albert Camus, the philosopher and writer. The super, like, college people and highly educated people seem to know him right away, and they're like, oh, are you related? They saw my name when I was, like, not yet married, and they were like, oh, a Camus? Like, Camus? Like, we pronounce it Camus. My favorite quote from him is something along the lines of, he said, people always have exaggerated notions about things they know nothing about. And I think that's so true, because I kind of felt misunderstood often. I probably was, and I probably still am misunderstood. I like how that's so true, and how this quote kind of reiterates that the only knowledge is in admitting that you don't know things. And I like that. So I try to not know. It's funny because I sometimes with my ego I like to like be right and feel like I know everything, but I don't. But I gotta remember that the only real knowledge is in admitting you know nothing, and you always have exaggerated notions of things you know nothing about. So, and that's never been truer with my current job and everything, what I do now for money. If you know though, but I'm not putting it out there. 17, favorite actor. I've got a couple, but I will say that I've always loved Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom. I loved them when Pirates came out. I was crushing heavily on both of them. And it's funny because my art teacher and my friend Savvy and I were crushing heavily on Johnny Depp, and if she ever got the chance to meet him, if I could ever show, like, somehow bring Johnny Depp to my art teacher, I would love to do that for her. She would just die. And she would love me forever. And yeah, I would love to do that for her sometime. Surprise her with a Johnny Depp appearance. Yep. I can't wait to see him in Murder on the Orient Express. Oh, and it's kind of sad that he kind of seemed to went off the rails. Haha, I made a train joke. But it seems Johnny's gone off the rails lately, but hopefully he'll get that under control and get his life under control and everything. But I still like him as an actor and for his acting, like, talent. I also love Ian McShane, who played Blackbeard, and he was in AHS, American Horror Story Season 2 there, and I freaking loved his appearance in that. Danny Houston, he's really awesome. The Axe Man, yeah, the Sax Man. Malcolm McDowell, I got to meet him once, that was awesome. Heath Ledger, yeah, rest in peace. And that's just the men, but I also love, like, I love how I kind of hate how they didn't ask for actors, so I'm gonna throw this in there. Kathy Bates, Jessica Lange, Lily Rabe, all those from AHS, pretty much. Fairuza Balk, I love her. I almost got the chance to meet her, but she didn't come to the horror con that she was supposed to be at. I'm so sad, because I really wanted to meet her. But Stockard Channing, I freaking love her, yes. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, like, practical magic, has been a big part of my life growing up. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michelle Pfeiffer, and I'm sure there's others, but those are just, like, the biggest ones that I can, like, pick out of my head, stuff that I watched that had a lot of them in it. And regardless of their political leanings or anything, I just like them for their acting performances and how good they are as actors and actresses. Favorite color, number 18. It's actually green, surprisingly not black, but that's why I kind of dyed my hair green, and I just love the color green. Simple as that, other than gold and metallics and stuff, and black, and pink. I do like pink, so, but it's kind of lower on there. Don't hate me, I like green and pink, but do them in non-preppy ways, wear them in, like, punk preppy kind of ways. 19, loud or soft music. It depends on my mood, but usually I like soft music. I don't really like cranking my music loud, unless I'm mad or something, or I just want to party or something. Right now, I mean, I can't be too loud with living in the apartment that I'm living in. I don't want to be a jerk, so. 20, where do you go when sad? I go to my bed, like Emily said, or somewhere in nature to feel okay again, or usually take my flute out or something and play some music or something, and it makes me feel better, or sing a song or something, so I feel better. 21, how long does it take you to shower? Depends how much time I have. I can rush and take like a 15-minute shower, or 10 or less, or I can take a while, especially when I come home smelling like cigarettes from my one job. It can take me 30 minutes at the longest. I usually don't take longer than a 30-minute shower. 22, how long does it take me to get ready in the morning? I like to give myself 2 to 3 hours. I am slow moving. I am not a morning person. I just like waking up. It takes me a while. I can't just jump in the shower. I gotta give myself a little time to wake up, because I'll actually make myself sick by jumping right away into a hot shower. I've heard people can do that. Like, I have really sensitive skin. I'm slow moving too, and I'm just slow moving. I like to give myself 2 hours of mess around time. Maybe I only spend like an hour of that actually getting ready. I like to give myself 2 to 3 hours in the morning before I have to be somewhere. 23, ever been in a physical fight? Not really outside of play fighting, or outside of kind of like stuff with my dad a little bit that got but never really been in a physical fight. I try and stay away from that. Try not to be like that. 24, turn-ons. This is fun. Intelligence is definitely a turn-on. Confidence. Cute shyness maybe slightly too if you're not confident. Like, Showing that you're not confident in a nice way or in a cute way is kind of attractive to me. Helps if I think they're physically attractive, like everything they care about how they look and it looks like they care about their appearance, that helps. Moonlit walks, lol. Just when a guy is romantic, I like romantic types, like things like getting me flowers for no reason and not just to say you're sorry. But like little gifts doesn't have to be expensive, just like little things, or if you're on a trip or something and you bring me back something, like I like that. Like, oh, something you were thinking of me. Something like that. I don't know. And like things around the house helps. Like you take out the trash for me or something so I don't have to. I'll do the dishes type, I'm that type, and cook and stuff. Cooking, we can trade off on cooking. 25, turn off. Having too much of an ego. Yeah. Being rude, loud, judgy of other girls while with me. Makes me think that you will say something like that or you'll think something like that and not tell me. Controlling psycho behavior, yeah, like, because I've run into a lot of that, like, especially with my last ex. He kind of was controlling psycho. Borderline, like, almost, like, it wasn't that bad, but it was like, I don't know, it's almost worse when it's not, like, direct, like, when it's not really out there, but, like, just little snippets of controlling behavior, like, it's almost worse when it's in little dosages. Oh, not being able to talk our problems out. Like, thinking that I honestly am personally attacking you or something when I just want to talk something out and come to, like, some sort of, like, agreement or something. Someone who's too afraid to talk things out to come to some sort of agreement is not good, because then it just bottles up until you take it all out on me, and that's not good. Also, when a guy can't hold a job or doesn't have any drive, or it seems like he's not trying hard enough. Yeah, like that will scare me away real quick. 26. Reason I joined YouTube. I wanted to start making videos kind of at first as a way to make money, but I see that it's really hard to be a new YouTuber and make money. So now I'm just kind of more doing it just because I want to, just because I want to put myself out there. And maybe for like my mom and stuff, like if she watches these, hi mom, it's a way for her to kind of keep in contact with me in a way, watch these videos, and maybe she learns some stuff about me. It's a way for people to learn some stuff about me, friends and stuff that might not know what I think and everything, because I don't really talk a lot. I'm really quiet, so doing these YouTube things is doing me a lot of talking about myself and my life and everything. And my writing, and to get my writing out there, my horror writing, when I do that, I have to do more of those, so more is coming. But 27, fears. Failure. I really don't like the idea of being a failure. If I don't feel totally confident doing something, I probably won't do it. Like, I've been like that, and I'm trying to break myself of that. Trying to break the fear of failure, because the only failure is in not trying. So, or so they say. So I'm trying to get over that. Also the dark and what comes out of it or can hide in it. Like, I think that's pretty logical actually, to fear the dark. Social anxiety sometimes, like I have this weird thing that I don't like eating in fast food restaurants. I'd rather just like do takeout and like do the drive-through. And stage fright when performing, oddly enough, when I'm on stage. Every time I get really bad stage fright, but some of the best actors and actresses have stage fright, so it's not the end. Oh, and loud noises. I just hate loud noises. 28. Last thing I cried over. Actually, just sometime last week here, I had a meltdown when I got home from work because I just did not have such a great night. I felt like I should have stayed home, and I probably should have stayed home that night, but I didn't make much. I had to sober up and wait to drive home because I had a drink too late. That was stupid of me. On an empty stomach. I didn't have food. Well, I got food eventually, but that added to my not being able to leave right away. And my GPS somehow on my phone got me lost coming home. I don't know how it got me lost, but it did. And I was like 15 minutes from home when I should have been much closer and just should have. I should have just kept driving, and I kind of knew the way, but I didn't. It was a bad night. It was a bad night. I just thought I should have stayed home. 29. Last time I said I love you, which was probably just like today to my boyfriend, just before he left for work. That was the last time I said I love you. But I say I love you a lot, so I live with the boyfriend here, so I get to say it a lot. And of course, I always say it to my parents and stuff when I talk to them. 30, meaning behind my YouTube name. This is a fun explanation. I actually got the idea for a character for Emily Autumn's Asylum after I saw her fight like a girl in Philly with my friend. And I totally wanted to join her show, I still do, if she would have me on, like, as one of the girls in her asylum, like, I kind of want to be, badly. So I came up with Sarah Scalpel. And I also used it for my nurse character, which came after that. I had just gotten into Scaring at Dorney, and I had done 1 year with their medieval Renaissance, and I played like a little girl dying of plague, or who lost all of her family to plague. And so she was like a sick plague victim, about to die, or maybe she was like a ghost zombie. It was like, it changed based upon my makeup, but because I had different makeup artists every day. Then it came with my nurse character, so I was like, Sarah Scalpel, that works, like Nurse Sarah, like it just kind of followed. So 31, last book I read. I'm gonna say Once Upon a Flock. Yes, I read that one, because I love chickens. I used to have them. I would like to have them again. My Black Aussies and my Rhode Island Reds, I miss them a lot. My red and black chicken coop, and well, it was a purple chicken coop, but the eggplant, purple and green. But maybe next time I'll do like a Harley chicken coop, and I'll have my black and my red chickens with a black and red chicken coop. Like when I get my other one back, when I get it back, once I have my own land and place and everything and house. But I love chickens, and I highly recommend reading Once Upon a Flock, even if you don't like chickens, or if you don't know enough about chickens. It will teach you a lot about chickens. One woman's experience with her different breeds of chickens she had, and they're just funny animals, like they really are. They have their own personalities. It's great. And they're like little dinosaurs, so I love that. I used to have chickens in my backyard, and I lived in like a suburbs kind of area. A lot of municipalities allow chickens in your backyard if you keep them penned. I didn't like keeping them penned. I like to have free range, but I had my own chickens in my backyard, so backyard chickens is a thing. Like the whole suburban, urban homestead, doing that. I was really big into, and being self-sufficient. So 32, I'm currently reading too many. I read too many books at once, but I'll say I'm currently reading, trying to get through the Satanic Bible, Milo's Dangerous, and the Ghosts of Mayflower, about, I guess, Penhurst ghosts and stuff, but mostly Mayflower ghosts. So I'm interested to see if anything in that book will match up with what I went through in my own stories. So maybe I'll find out names and stuff. Well, I kind of got names in my head when I was there, but I want to see if, it's legit. 33, last show that I watched. I'm gonna say Game of Thrones, because that's the last one I really had to watch a lot of, and I caught up on it finally, and now I'm waiting with everyone else. Yay! I liked being behind on it, because I could watch, like, everything at once. I was, like, somewhere in the middle of season 3 when I was watching it, stopped watching it with my friend, Matt, shout out, hey, I miss you. We were watching Game of Thrones together, and then the boyfriend got HBO and everything, and so now I'm all caught up and waiting for season 8. I think it's season 8 of Game of Thrones? Yeah. The next season. So 34, last person I talked to. I would say my boyfriend, yeah, tyrannicidal maniac, because I live with him and we talk to each other a lot. And relationship with the last person you texted. Again, that's the boyfriend. He's probably the last person I talk to all the time, because we always talk to each other. We're constantly back and forth, texting each other and sending each other memes and stuff. Ridiculousness. Favorite food, number 36. I'm gonna say Asian food, Japanese especially, Japanese curry and sushi. I can't get enough of stuff like that. Things, Asian food, curry and sushi, I could eat every day. Also sweets like snack cakes, which aren't really good for me, but I love them. Those are my favorite foods, sweets and Asian food. I just exist on sugar and sushi and curry. 37, place I want to visit. I want to go visit Japan. And then Ireland. I'm gonna give a few places, but I want to see everywhere, but mostly Japan and Ireland. 38, last place that I worked. Officially, I last worked at Dollar General, which was terrible, but that's something I could get into a whole nother video on. Working retail and one of the busiest stores in my area at the time. Yeah, let's not relive that. 39, do I have a crush? I guess I have celeb crushes and like niche celeb crush. I have crushes here and there, but I mean I do have my boyfriend, but we're in an open thing, and see, that's the great thing about having open polyamory type relationships is you can like have a crush on someone, and you can totally have a crush on someone and not be able to act on it ever. So I was like, who doesn't crush? Well, I mean, unless you don't really like people or you just don't well, I guess people don't crush. That's stupid. Like, I have a boyfriend, but we don't believe in monogamy. I'm not monogamous. I'm kind of trying open and poly relationships. I'd like to have long-term relationships with multiple people, maybe try that. Now, it usually doesn't end well, and it usually ends in breakup, but I think with him and I, it's different. Like, there's a lot of people out there who it does work for, and I think we've found that in each other. So, cross fingers that it's gonna work out and everything. 40, but I'm not gonna say who I'm crushing on. I'm not gonna say who I'm crushing on, so... Last time I kissed someone, number 40, was just today, right before the boyfriend left for work. Ugh. Fruit flies, they're everywhere. But I will say 40, the last time I kissed someone was just today before the boyfriend left for work. Gave him a kiss. 41, last time I was insulted. This happens pretty much every day, and I guess not just for dressing goth, but I get insulted every day at work. It happens. I mean, at retail, even when I worked retail, it was like, it happened pretty regularly. Someone would like insult my intelligence for not being able to do something just because I didn't have the ability to do something for them because I wasn't like a manager or a high up manager. So I'm used to getting insulted. People insult people pretty it's pretty terrible how often people will insult another person. It doesn't bother me anymore really, so that's why I'm like I dress goth more because I don't care. Like, guess what? I'm my own boss. Like, go eat yourself. Like, eat it. Eat a you know what. I'm censoring myself on here. That's weird. But 42, favorite flavor of sweet. And this is a weird question. So I'm like, I am not quite sure what this is asking again, but I'll say I like chocolate. Chocolate is always good. And cakes and cookies and things like that. Desserts. Like, I guess, like, Emily said she likes like fruity sweet, and I kind of like that sort of, but it's just not as good as chocolate and like cake, like chocolate cake. Like, that is the best. Chocolate cake or chocolate milk. But I just love sweet stuff in general. Anything sugary, yes. Although I can't do rock candy because that gives me headaches. Like, too much sugar or too much straight sugar just kind of like has to have some other taste to it. 43, what instruments do I play? I play flute and penny whistle. I know a little bit of guitar, but not a lot. I'm not great with strings. Strings are not my strong point. Maybe if I had started younger or something, I would be better, but I never formally learned either. I just kind of am self-taught on guitars, so. And I'm self-taught on piano keyboard too. I just know enough to maybe write a song, put it together, or to be able to hear something. But I cannot play two hands at once. That's very hard for me to do a bass line with my left hand and a melody line with my right. So, because I didn't have formal training like when I was younger or anything. So, the only thing I've really had formal training in was like flute and like recorders. So that's why I'm good at that. And vocal. So I'll consider vocals an instrument. It's an instrument. Oh, and I also used to do steel drum for cello, which was like essentially pretty much the bass line, but sometimes we got notes. But it's been a while since I played for cello with steel drums in high school. Did that, and that was fun. And then trumpet, actually, I picked up senior year of high school. And I really like trumpet because apparently playing flute sets you up for your embouchure for you to be able to play trumpet. but it doesn't work the other way around. You can't go from trumpet to flute easily. So, yay, I picked the right instrument with flute, to play jazz trumpet and everything. I love that, and I love improving with jazz and with my flute and everything. I just love, and it made my life when one of the musicians who was paid out at the Ren Fair one year was impressed with my improvisational skills and was like, "You're pretty good for a kid. Like, you're pretty dang awesome." Like, I was like, "Yeah, thank you." 44, favorite piece of jewelry. There's a necklace my boyfriend got me, and it looks like a little heartogram, and everyone just points out, "Oh, you're a him fan?" I'm like, it's a heartogram. I just like that it's a tress. It would be a pentagram, but it has a heart and it looks like twigs, and I really like that. I don't have it with me. I don't know where it went, but I wore that one a lot. There's also the necklace that my mom's boyfriend gave me that was very sweet of him to give me. It's a moon with a star on it. A star hanging on a crescent moon. I really like that. It's really pretty. And and I love my hematite looking pearls that I think they are hematite or hematite. They look really nice. I have it's like a short set of pearls that goes right around here, and I have earrings that match. But I really like my hematite jewelry, anything like that. Hematite, I really love it. No, I don't know how you pronounce it, but 45, last sport I played. Well, I guess Emily brought up bowling. She bowls a lot, and we went bowling last, and I think maybe that was the last. But last sport that I actually played on a team and stuff was probably back in middle school. I used to be a soccer player, so I used to be defense and midfield. I wasn't usually offense. I hated offense and I hated goalie. I used to be a soccer player, and that's why I have big meaty man calves. You can't see them right now, but maybe in some video in the future you'll see them. But I also consider I like doing workouts like yoga, Pilates, stuff like that. I'll do stuff like that, and dance and my job kind of is a sport. 46, last song I sang. Something on my Pandora, and it was probably Wailing Jenny's, or off of my Wailing Jenny's Pandora. 47, favorite chat up line? Like she said, I don't know what a chat up line is. I guess is that just something you say to get people to talk to you? I just say hi, or I make a comment or something, or I compliment someone. I don't know. And have you used it? 48 question, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I randomly sometimes will talk to strangers if I feel like it, or if someone says something to me first, and then it might turn into a conversation. 49, last time I hung out with anyone. Well, there's hanging out with the boyfriend, but I guess I haven't hung out with anyone in quite some time. We have Friday get-togethers over here sometimes, but we haven't in quite some time, where we'll play games like Cards Against Humanity and stuff like that. And it's been maybe a couple of months or something since we've done anything and had people over, but we like to have people over to our apartment where we just drink and hang out and socialize. 50, who should answer these? Like Emily said, anyone who wants to, if you want to. You know what? I will tag Thin Queen if she wants to do that, if she watches these and she's watched this all the way through. I tag her. If you want to do it, go ahead. It gives you something to do for a video, talk about stuff, and it's like a get to know you thing. So yeah, that's it. It's 50 questions on this TMI tag. So there you go. Bye.